What's going on, guys? It is Sergeant Kodiak here, and I'm bringing you the top 3 strikes in Destiny of how difficult they are. So, coming in at number 3, we have the Nexus. This is a Venus strike, and it gets pretty hard, because first of all, you gotta go through the very first beginning part, where you gotta kill 3 servitors, and depending on what difficulty you're doing it on, it can get pretty hard. Like, when I was doing the Nightfall strike, and it got pretty hard. And then once you get halfway through the mission, you get this huge group of enemies, and you just gotta take them all out. And you got 2 Minotaurs, and it's very hard to get the passes again in a higher difficulty. So, yeah. You just want to be careful of the Minotaurs, because the ads or the adding characters will kill you the most. And then you got the Nexus. I forgot to add it in, but you have to fight. Yeah, here it is. You have to go fight ads and everything, and it gets pretty difficult because most of the time when you're trying to hide behind cover, you'll get one of those guys that came up behind you, and so you want to watch out for those. And the Nexus doesn't even give you that much XP if you're just doing it on the normal level. And especially when you're doing it in the Nightfall, that is probably one of the hardest strikes I've ever done. It was ridiculously hard. And once you beat him, he just kind of dies right there, and you don't get much. The stuff I got there, it's not usually there. So watch out for that. And coming in at number 2, we have the new strike in the Dark Below DLC, where you have to kill Omnigul. She is a wizard and very powerful, and first of all, you got to go through so many waves of enemies. This is just the very first part, and I edited out the whole 10 minutes of the first part. Ooh, it was difficult. And then right here, we're fighting Omnigul herself, and she's pretty difficult because it has a lot of health, spawns in a whole bunch of wizards that are throwing down the fog. The fog is killer, guys, and I was the Titan defender, and I just threw down a bubble, and that was probably the best decision I've ever made. And so as we're almost killing her, we just ignored the extra wizards, because they can create a lot of problems by killing you and everything, and it can get pretty tough. And the loot is not the greatest. I'm just warning you now. And then coming in at number 1, we have the Devil's Lair. Sorry, I almost said Devil Walker. on the Earth. It is a level 8 strike, and even though I was level 19 in doing this, it was still kind of difficult. We never died though, so don't be too scared. But first you got to go through 3 layers of enemies at the very beginning before you even get to the first boss. When the first boss drops, he's the Devil Walker. And when this is the first time you're doing this, this took me 20 minutes to kill this guy the first time he ever did it. And he does the most deadly attack, can kill you almost instantly, and then you have to shoot his legs because those are his weak spot. And when you finally take him out, he doesn't even drop any loot. It's just like you can continue on to the next area. So that is a high risk, no reward. And then you go all the way to the devil. I forgot the guy's name, dang it. But you get to the last boss, and he's a huge servitor. He's Sir Picus, I don't know, Prime, but he's a huge servitor, and he just shoots out a deadly attack. You can survive some of it, and he took forever to kill. And then when you finally get him, you don't really get much loot like usual, and it's just this was a hard strike. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll catch you guys later.